that rat, she might have a tacky ass house, but I just find Tamra so tacky, you know? But she said, "Oh yeah, that guy from Velvet Rope is definitely gonna be there. Yeah, I'm gonna be waiting outside the New Jersey reunion looking for tea." So I find this funny, which I'm laughing at, but it's so funny. Like they're so bothered by me. And this podcast is so big, you guys. They like don't even want to say my name because it's like everybody knows who you're talking about, girls. Everybody knows. But I find that funny, not bothered at all by it. Take it as a compliment. Um, and she is a rat that scurries. But my point is, so Dolores goes to confront Jacqueline, goes to confront Marge. I believe Jackie. And Dolores, listen, Dolores is not fucking stupid. Dolores knows all about this and that Margaret was behind the whole fact that Dolores cheated with this guy Sid on Dr. David. Dolores a little hoe. She cheated on Dr. David. And that was out there from Marge. I got a call from page 6 back when this happened. They said, "Did this really happen?" I said, "Yes, Dolores is a hoe. It happened." They said, "We can't run the story unless we have 2 other confirmed sources." And then they went around and tried to get 2, and they only got 1. So there's only 2 of us, which is why you could know when it's something like on page 6, it's real because, I'm minding my own business and the phone rings and they're like, "Did Dolores cheat on Dr. David?" This was like, I don't know, maybe not a year ago. Actually, I know that I was in LA at the time. Maybe it was a year ago. Yeah. But regardless, I was like, "Dolores cheated on David. Like, what do you want from me?" And by the way, when you get these calls, you don't get paid. So normally I'm like, I have no time for this. But this time I was like, I just know that I just know that I just know that this actually happened. So I said yes. So there's that. And Dolores knows it happened, but Marge said it didn't, and then they made up. I mean, like, what is the point of all this? And is there any point of this? Marge does talk a lot of shit. Marge has never been a good friend, I feel, to anyone, but Dolo's over her, but she took her back. Danielle and Nate were showing that the kids are going to be in a music video. Lovely couple. Not really sure that I care about that as well. Danielle said Jennifer is the devil. Now we get into, you see, I would spend more time on this, but I'm bored. Namaste Bitches podcast. I mean, the podcast is over. I never understood this podcast from day one. There was nothing wrong with being a fan, nothing at all. But I mean, you guys are fans, and there's nothing. Why is that a bad word? I'm a fan of Cher. I'm a fan of Madonna. It's great to be a fan. I'm a fan of Duran fucking Duran. But my point is, I never understood the Namaste Bitches podcast because my understanding about what really is that Teresa's unethical scumbag lawyer was looking for a sheep podcaster who's like a quiet little thing to give Teresa like a good image and go into podcasting with her because she's a babbling idiot that can't put a sentence together. And that's how they found Melissa Feaster, the most non-offensive, like just out there. Now, Teresa loves money now. No shame against that because I love money. And Melissa actually happens to have money. And then they put them together. They said, "Oh, you're going to go to her wedding and you're going to act like," and then she ran around and got all her pictures. "And then we're going to act like you guys are friends." And she's explaining on the team, you've never known each other. Your unethical lawyer reached out to this girl to do a podcast with her and you smelled some money. It doesn't work. There's nothing wrong with being a fan. It doesn't work when one person, there's a difference. Like when someone's in the public eye for 13 years, they're different. You just look like, I'm a different person from doing this job for 5 years. There's just agents and managers and press, and that's not arrogant at all. It's just you learn a different way of navigating it all. And so if someone were to come on here with me and co-host and they were green, it's not that it wouldn't work. They would just be like, "Oh, I said this to this person." I'd be like, "Oh, like there's just protocol. So I found the whole namaste bitches thing really weird from the beginning. Two totally different people at two totally different places that weren't friends, that were put together for crazy reasons. And I found one to be a kiss ass. And I mean, rumor is she was leaking stuff to the blogger. So the whole thing was a mess, but I don't even care about the damn podcast. It's just weird. I mean, it shows you how they just don't care on RHONJ in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? They don't care because they're like, what are they going to go back and edit this? They don't care. That's not their problem. It's Teresa's problem that we're showing merch and doing a whole podcast and your, unethical husband who owes a ton of money and all this allegedly shit with Vinivia that he screamed at Feaster and now the whole thing broke up. And I mean, they don't care that Teresa's now has a new podcast and we're advertising her old podcast that doesn't even exist. And we have the girl Melissa on the damn show with you. That's Teresa's problem. They never care. Now, if it was something against them, they would care, but they're not going to edit that shit out. But why are we even watching that? Total waste. And Marge shows up with those green earrings, and I don't know who said this. I have to tell you guys, something's up today because I'm like on the rag. I'm being really mean, but like Marge shows up. I will not criticize someone's looks. I do not believe in that. I don't believe in that. It's like we all know that Justin Bieber is hot and Zac Efron is hot, but objectively, there's no societal norm for what's hot and what's not. People have all different tastes. So I don't like criticizing people's looks. I think it's that's very Kelly Dodd and it's very mean. But I'll criticize what people are wearing and their class level. Like I do think TamRat has no class, but I don't know who said it. Someone said to Margaret, she looks very socialite chic. And I'm like, what? Yes, you guys, you're watching the show, enjoying it. I'm always like caught in like the weeds here. So Heather Dubrow looks socialite chic to me. Sutton Strack looks socialite chic. Meredith Marks, I think, is one of the most beautiful housewives. Her fashion is so insane. She looks socialite chic. Dorit is not a socialite, but she looks socialite chic. Margaret Josephs, does not look socialite chic to me, but okay. Um, she's such a bitch, this Margaret. This is the problem. She goes and does this and like reveals to Jackie that everyone got the dress. And again, when I tell you I don't care what people say about me, I don't care if I'm left. Do I seem bothered by the rat and the gnat? I don't care if I'm left out. You never go to a party. Luann is at my pool, by the way. She just texted. So we're gonna go see her in 2 seconds. Like I really, when this is over. But the point is, the other day, Luann asked me to do something at like the last minute. Now, I don't mind a last minute invite. I don't stand on ceremony. I had things